Aries, Elsie here to do your reading. It is for the week ahead, Aries. We are into the weeklies. You will have your rest of the year reading coming up before the end of the month. How are you, Aries? Thank you so much for showing up here. I've got a little stack of oracles here. We're going to start with these. I'm going to put down these oracles and we're going to look at the overall energy for the week ahead. Aries, I'm always reading for the week ahead. You know that if you're my ride or die. And if you've never been here before, it's exactly how I read. So whenever you get this, whether it's today, tomorrow, or next year, it could resonate then because not everybody's going to resonate now. We're not all learning the same things. We're not all in the same places in our life, right? So if you would like to stick around at the end of the video, I will tell you how to see the extended. There is an extended after this, and I will talk a little bit about that at the end of the reading. Tell me about Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me what's coming up for Aries in the week ahead, please. My fire family, what's coming up for Aries? We start out with this and that are true. So I feel like two things can be true at the same time. It's not just one thing, it feels like here. So the dolphin spirit is here. I feel like you are coming upon the truth of something that I think is going to make you happy. I'm just getting that energy just based on this, watching this dolphin breach the surface. And already people who study dolphins know that when dolphins breach the surface, it's because they are happy. They're showing happiness. This and that are true. It's card number 20. 20, I'm always going to liken numbers to the tarot because that's what I read mainly. But card number 20 is the judgment card. So listen, I feel like you are making some sort of really happy decision, or a decision you're making right now that is going to end up making you very happy in the future, maybe in the week ahead. It feels like that you've probably been thinking about this decision for a while here, and yeah, I feel like it's something that you will decide to do in the week ahead. Judgment is making a big decision. It's also leaving something behind for a new life or a new way of living, a new way of looking at life, taking another door, or going off track from what you were doing in order to see if there's anything else out there that'll make you happy. It says embrace enthusiasm. Well, we've got the dolphin that is jumping here. It says shout to the heavens with happiness. So we've got butterflies in this picture here. There's transformation coming. It does feel like whatever is going down in terms of what is coming up next week, this and that are true. It feels like you are making some sort of decision. When I hear this and that are true, it does feel to me like a Two of Swords energy, but the card number 20 tells me a decision is being made, and like I said, I feel like this decision you're making is going to make you very, very happy. Tell me a little bit more about Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. One more oracle, and then we'll get to some tarot for you here, Aries. Tell me about Aries, please. Tell me about Aries. We've got new beginnings. Look, it keeps getting better. So a new door is opening, and I do believe I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, because I'm not your astrologer, you guys know that, but I think the 25th of June is when the new moon comes. So the new moon, I think is in Cancer, and the new beginnings are showing up here. So it does feel like there is a new door that's opening. So for some of you, this could be something that that you make a decision about in the week ahead. Let's see, what date are we now? We are the 20th. Oh, we're the 20th as I read this. Very interesting. Hang on, let me look at 21st. So it's the 21st today as I read this, but because it's just past midnight as I read this. So I feel like you are going to be making this decision around the new moon is what it feels like. Let's look at the bottoms of the deck, see what's coming in the future. It says here, set healthy boundaries. The armadillo spirit. I feel like you've got to get a thicker skin, or you've got to decide who is good for your life and who is not good for your life. I feel like you will make these good decisions because card number 3 is the Empress energy for me. And it feels like, because that's, number 3 in tarot in the major arcana. So I want to say that you are somebody who I feel has already set the healthy boundaries. This is the future energy though, so it feels like you have already begun to set the healthy boundaries, but I think you're solidifying these boundaries in the week ahead here because of this Empress energy. Look, the Empress isn't just letting any old body bring their their dirty energy into her life or his life, right? Depending if it's feminine or masculine that we're talking about in terms of the Empress. The Empress is going to keep some pretty good boundaries because the Empress has worked super hard to find the wisdom, to figure stuff out, to be able to live in this stable, sort of solid energy that they are living in now. So we have first light, beginning a new cycle. Look. Aries, something really interesting is happening for you here because it's going to make you very happy. You're making this decision. So first light, beginning a new cycle. The new cycle is going to be happening on the 25th. I guess we don't have to knock those. We already did. We've got material and spiritual prosperity. For some of you, that's what it is. For some of you, it's a spiritual awakening. For some of you, it's a spiritual enlightenment. So maybe you are moving to another vibrational level. For others of you, it could be material prosperity. For some of you, it's both. Let's look at tarot and see what tarot has to say. Let's find out about Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. I just kind of want to stop here, Aries, like right here. This is a good reading so far. Tell me about Aries, please. Tell me what's going on with Aries. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Aries. We do have the Devil energy. We have the Eight of Swords and the Magician. All right. Feels like you're breaking away from something that you felt attached to, or an energy of doubt. It feels like you felt attached to something, or something was attached to you. And we've got the Nine of Cups, the Seven of Swords, and the Three of Wands. Bottom of the deck, Judgment. There it is, right there. So I feel like here, Aries, it does feel like there is, I feel like what you're, I feel like the Devil energy, sorry, can't get my words out tonight. The Devil energy to me is doubt. I feel like doubt is here because the Eight of Swords is here, and this is the place where you put yourself, right? It's like you can't get out of this place where of the prison of the mind where you can't make a decision or you're overthinking something. And so it feels like the Devil energy is the doubt that's casting here. But I really do feel that this Magician energy tells me that you are bigger, faster, better, stronger, that you're going to overcome it in the week ahead. I feel like the Magician energy is like the power that you need with all the tools, right? The Magician holds all the aces and has all the skills and the resources. I feel like the Devil energy is trying to keep you trapped in your mind about something you've been thinking about obsessively over and over and over again. It really does feel like in the week ahead, you're making some sort of big decision. And I feel like the big decision is to leave something behind. So it could be the old you. It could be a thought pattern. It could be getting out of this Eight of Swords. You might be changing your mind. But when the Judgment card is here, right? It's all about the life, leaving behind the life that you used to have, or the thought pattern you used to have, or how you felt about something. It feels like you've changed your mind about something. And it feels like with this Devil energy that it's time for you to realize your power. And I think you already are. I feel like it comes to this place of absolute power in the week ahead where you realize, you know what, I can't deal with this anymore. I need to go on a different path, and the path that I'm going on is going to be a place where I'm setting some pretty solid boundaries. I'm no longer allowing the dirty energy into my life. So wherever that dirty energy is coming from, and you know the source, I don't. So we do have the Nine of Cups, we have the Seven of Swords, and we have the Three of Wands. The Nine of Cups here, I feel like this Devil energy, it feels like, you know what it feels like here, that the Devil energy here is keeping you attached to something that you don't want to detach from. And I think that the reason that you don't want to be detached from it is because I feel like you might be leaving someone behind. You probably have to go to a new vibration, and not everyone can follow you there. It feels like it could be something like that. You don't want to hurt feelings. You don't want people to feel hurt. I feel like it's just time for you to realize that the Nine of Cups can be yours, but you're going to have to make some tough decisions. You're going to have to make the decision to release people who have been codependent on you, on your energy, on your help, whatever kind of energy that is. It feels, because I feel like you're always the leader, the one taking charge, the one saying, hey, no, don't go that way, go over here. Like I feel like you're the one who is giving people advice, good advice, leadership, showing them how to be leaders, right? You're quite a teacher. And I feel like this Nine of Cups tells me you've got to stop it. You've got to leave it behind. This new door that's opening here, this new beginning, is telling me you're going to be far happier should you decide to let go of this energy of the devil. Codependency is the devil energy as well. The Seven of Swords is here with the Eight of Swords. It feels like there is something here that you do need to make a decision about. You are going to have to heal from that decision. It feels like something here is still hidden under the surface partway through the week, probably midweek. It's like you're in the Seven of Swords and you're not ready to say anything. This person has the sword facing down. You're not ready to say anything by midweek, but I think that the end of the week is when everything goes down. So it does feel like, because we are the 21st, so we are looking at the week ahead. Yeah, it feels like this week, this week ahead reading is about you taking charge of your future here. The Three of Wands is about you saying, what do I really want for myself? It's time for me to go into lockdown. It's time for me to pull in the people that are good for me, allow them across the boundary, and then I need to set healthy boundaries with people who are in this devil energy. And they could be people who have addictions. They could be people who are having, who are toxic, maybe people who are liars and not telling the truth about the Nine of Cups. Like, I think that you make a lot of people happy by allowing them to be part of your energy, part of your life, in your energy. And I feel like the buck stops here. That's what it feels like. Next week is going to be a week where you decide, no more. I can't do it. I can't carry everyone. So I think you're just going to have to make a decision. Ultimately, I feel like when you do breach the surface, that it is transformational. And that when you decide that you are headed for the surface to show everybody you're happy, I feel like it is something that you wished you had done long ago. We do have the Three of Cups here. We have the Page of Swords. See, it's celebration in the realization that I've just got to learn what to do. It feels like with the Page of Swords being here, it's like you're in a learning phase. So it does feel like you're still learning how to make boundaries. You're still learning the power of your magician energy, your manifestation, using all of the aces of wands all of the aces, not just the Ace of Wands, but all of the aces at the appropriate time, right? When you need them. I feel like this Three of Wands is telling me that you're now looking into the future at a new cycle, and it's time for your spiritual prosperity. It's time for your material prosperity. It's time for you to count yourself in. We've got the Six of Wands, and we've got the Star. So I feel like there is some healing process that's going on here. It does feel like it is you are giving yourself permission by the end of the week, next week, to have some victories and have some successes of your own. I feel like you probably have been holding yourself back, Aries. So, because I feel like you're the team leader. Like, it feels to me like you're the team leader and you just don't want to move forward without making sure that the whole team is ready to come along with you. But there's going to be people on that team who aren't interested, or maybe just don't have enough knowledge, they haven't come to, far enough in their lives, they don't have enough wisdom to know that there are really beautiful things at the next level or the next vibration, which is a really healing vibration. Now, I really do feel like you go through some sort of tower energy. I do not see the tower here, but the star comes after the tower. So I feel like this is like a realization that breaks you out of the Eight of Swords. I feel like you've been holding this under the surface for a while, and it feels like it is time for you to take what you've learned, get on this horse, and get to the healing. So we do have the Six of Wands here, and the Six of Wands is coming out of a hard cycle. And for you, I think the hardest part is leaving people behind. Because you're the leader, you don't want to leave anybody behind. You want to bring everybody to the next level, but it can't happen that way. I do feel that once you finally detach, right, the Page of Swords has a sword in hand. We've got swords, swords, swords. Once you finally do detach from this mental prison that you've had yourself in, I feel like that there is something to celebrate. It's like you feel lighter. You go off with, look, maybe you only have 2 besties and you're cutting everyone else. Like, it feels like you are moving to a vibration, moving to a place. Could be a physical move. It feels to me like it's mental or spiritual, that there is movement here and that it's going to make you very happy. But the hard part is going to be detaching from this devil energy, because I feel like you are, somebody is very latched onto you, and it feels like people usually come to you with their issues, their errors. What do I do from here? And I feel like it's time for you to let them go. I feel like this 8 of Swords being at the top of the reading, at the top of the mind here, tells me that you really don't want to do it because they are students. There might be students, maybe you're teaching them things, Aries. And I'm not talking about children. I mean, it could be talking about children. Maybe you are a teacher of children, but it feels like they are students. They don't really have as much information about life as you do. And so I feel like you are moving to a new vibration here, and everybody is not prepared to come with you. And I think that's why you've been stalling. I think that's why you've been in the 8 of Swords energy here. I think you're ready to go, but not everybody is. Tell me what the new beginnings are here. This is a new cycle, a new beginning. Tell me what this is, please, for Aries. We have the 10 of Cups, my friend. We have Temperance. And we have the Knight of Pentacles. So I feel like you have fallen back for quite some time. I feel like you have a goal and that you were moving really slowly, strategically toward that goal, because you're still looking back here, right? The Knight of Pentacles is looking into the past. You're looking behind you. Who's coming with me? Like, I'm taking my time to make this decision because I want to know who's coming with me. And it feels like with this Temperance energy here that you're waiting for some people to heal. You're waiting for them to not need you any longer. The 10 of Cups is here. These could be family members. They could be family members. They could be children. Definitely people that I feel you think need you. And maybe they have shown a need for you. So you're keeping something under the surface here with the 7 of Swords. Tell me what that is. It's like you don't want to say it, but I feel like it feels like with this 6 of Wands that you are unfortunately going to have to say it. You're going to be brought out into a place of a spotlight, and you're going to have to say it under the spotlight, and not everybody's going to be happy with you. We have the Moon energy in the reverse, which tells me you've got to reveal your plan. I've got to go. We've got the Ace of Swords. Yeah, I think you're just going to say it out loud. The Hermit energy. I think, Aries, that you have spent a lot of time hoping, wishing that other people would take advantage of Hermit energy, that they would do their shadow work. And I feel like while you were hoping and wishing and teaching, I think that there are just some people who aren't ready to go yet. Eventually, we all come to our own realization that the best course of action for us is to let the tower fall so we can heal with the star energy. And I feel like you've been through a dark night of the soul, because this 6 of Wands is here with the star, and the Moon being in the reverse tells me that you've gone through some sort of a dark night of the soul, and you're revealing what you found out while you were learning. With the Page of Swords, while you were learning about all of the things that were bothering you, that were under the surface here. So I feel like in the week ahead, you're making a big decision. And the big decision is the new cycle has to open for me, and not everybody's coming along. It feels like you are building boundaries. And what that means is I feel like you're going to start pulling back your energy from certain people in your life. People who are dramatic, overly dramatic, make their own trouble, and then they blame it on everybody else. I feel like those are some of the boundaries that you're going to be making at first light. It feels like the first light, I think, is probably following week and Monday. It feels like first light that you are going to start pulling back your energy from people who would bring you dramatic things. Maybe you're just going to maybe you're going to have a space and time where you don't answer the texts, or you don't answer the door, or you decide, I'm just going to go off grid, go for a holiday with me or my family or my friends, and I'm just going to shut the phone off. I feel people are going to have to learn how to live without you, but I feel like once you do finally breach the surface here and take a breath, I think you're going to realize that you've done the right thing, because the 3 of Cups is here with the 9 of Cups, and I feel what you've learned is how to bring yourself happiness. So We've been going into extendeds, and we are going to extend this reading as well. We're looking at the bottom of this deck. Oh, we got the crown chakra showed up here. So we do have what is coming up. What is your advice for the week ahead? We've got material and spiritual prosperity, we've got solitude, and we've got sacrifice. It is telling me here that in order for you to have your stability, in order for you to be able to heal in the right way, for you to be able to find your own way, light the way, or find your way, the way you found your way through the dark. The moon in the reverse tells me that you've been through a dark night of the soul, and the hermit energy standing here with this star in hand tells me that you didn't have a whole lot of light, and you're telling people that sometimes the darkness has a purpose. And I feel like you're being really honest and truthful with them. But I feel like here you're showing them, look, solitude and sacrifice is really what we need in order to be able to move forward into the next cycle. This is stuff that you've learned, that you've gotten through these downloads, that you've been inspired by the universe to share this with people. But I feel like you're going to have to make a breakaway from this devil energy. We're going to talk about all of that. What is the devil energy? Why are you here in this Eight of Swords? What have you learned? And I feel like we should talk maybe a little bit about what's going to happen in the new cycle, and maybe about some of these boundaries. We do have the Emperor. There you are. We have the Emperor at the bottom of the deck here, and the Emperor, bottom of the deck for me, is the future energy. You are stepping into your Emperor energy, and I feel like you're doing it in the kindest, most loving way that you can, but being very honest and truthful and going after your goals, right? The Emperor, in fact, is Aries, going after your goals, but also trying to keep it all together, because I know that you don't want to leave anybody back there, and I know it'll break your heart to do so, but I think that you have to. So let's go into the extended. If you'd like to come to the extended, there is a link at the top of all of these comments here. The very first comment has a link that says, if you'd like to come to the membership, click on this link. You can click join. And also, if you're interested in a private reading, I am doing private reads live. I'm also doing them pre-recorded. I have added a new package as of recently, a $25 reading, and it is just for one question, no backstory, y'all. If you send me a question with backstory, I'm just going to send it back to you as a decline. And for I do this reading quickly, over 48 hours, and if you want it back in that time frame, I am not reading any lengthy backstories. So only pertinent information, and that should be less than 5 lines of text. So if you're interested in having a quick, lightning quick read, that read will be 10 minutes or less. I'll get you a quick answer, and if you'd like to do that, please go look over at Hypsee. The links are in the pinned comment above, and if you'd like to be there, I will answer those questions for you. So if you'd like to be in the extension, that's where we'll be next. And if this is where we leave you, or this is where we part, that's cool, because I'll be back. I'm always back, guys, and I will see you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.